Firstly, what is the dot product or scalar product? Because it will be used throughout your lecture, so I have to define this. I know that. Yes, what is that? What is actually the dot product? My question is definition. Scalar product and dot product. If you say that it is the type of multiplication, but I have already explained in lecture 1 that vector can never be multiplied. Only the addition or subtraction is defined for the vectors. You definitely know that vector can never be multiplication and division is not defined for the vectors. So one thing must be very clear. Dot product or scalar product is not multiplication. Not simply we say that is a multiplication, because vector can never be multiplied. So so this definition that the product of the vector which give the scalar quantity in SSE, that is wrong. Okay. Now the question is, what is actually the dot product? Okay. So what is the actually dot product? It is effect of one vector on other. If you are finding the effect of one vector on other, then that will be defined as a dot product. Okay. For example, if you have this vector A and if you have this vector B, if you have two vectors A and B, okay, and if they are making angle theta with each other, okay, if angle theta is the angle between these two variables, then A dot B will be, then B dot A will be B magnitude let me write firstly B dot A. Okay, if we are taking the B dot A, then this will be, okay, firstly try to understand, this is A, this is B. If you are taking the dot product between two vectors, and if I draw the projection, this will make angle 90, okay. This will be defined as, if this is a vector A, this is a B, then this length, this length, okay. What will be this length? This length will be A cos theta, you know that. This length. This length will be A cos theta. Why this will be A cos theta? You know that according to trigonometric relationship, no, and it is not along x-axis. Okay, this is making angle, something angle with the, okay. But if we consider that this is projection, I mean this is like a 90, this theta, and this is R. Okay, this may be a making angle alpha and with x-axis. So that is not necessarily this is along the x-axis. There may be any. Okay, so this is A cos theta. Why this? We know from the trigonometric ratio. If there is angle 90, if this is the alpha, sorry, if this is angle theta, if this is a R vector, if this, then if this is a x, let's suppose, okay, if this is a y, okay, This is x, okay. This length is x. Then x will be r magnitude over x magnitude, that will be cos theta from trigonometric ratio. Sorry. X over r will be cos theta. We know that. This is the trigonometric ratio. And that will be x r cos theta. Similarly, y divided by r magnitude, not a vector, okay. If we divide the magnitude of y with the magnitude of r, that ratio will be defined as a sine theta, and this y will be equal to r sine theta, okay. So these are the two trigonometric ratios. So due to this trigonometric ratio, this vector along this, that will be a r theta, okay, and this will be, a cos theta, and this will be defined, and this length will be defined as a sine theta, as I have already explained, okay. So this, what is this? This is what is this? This is projection of A on B. This length is actually the projection of A on a B. A vector A, this is projection.
Projections themselves?
Why? What is the projection? I will. You have to wait a little bit. Okay, I explain. Firstly, you can make this is the projection of A. Why this is stated as a projection? Why the dot product always take up? I will explain it. Okay, you have to wait. So, for time being, you may say that this is defined as a projection, and this is A cos theta. Okay. Similarly, okay. Now, okay. For example, मैं एक example लेता हूँ for motion. Okay. According to Newton's law, we know that if something is placed stationary, that will remain in the state of they remain in stationary state up till no external force is provided. And if it is moving along the straight line, it will remain in moving with the constant speed or constant velocity in the same direction in straight line, and direction will be not changed, and there will be no acceleration up till no external force is provided. That is, yes?
Yes.
ऐसा ही है? Okay. So it means if something is stationary, okay. If we are interested to move, firstly we consider the stationary. If we are interested to move it, we have to apply the force. For example, if I am interested to move it forward-wise, okay, if I am interested to move it forward-wise, horizontal line, okay, horizontally, then I have to apply force horizontally. Yes? But if I am interested to move upward, then I have to apply the force upward. Okay, so these are the two possibilities. And this motion will be happen due to effect of the force. If the force effect is zero, then motion, if that is in the stationary, that will remain at stationary. Okay, and direction will be not changed up till the force will be effect on it. Okay, got it? So, for example, if you have a child car or any mass, that is V naught is 0. Initially, that is a 0. It has no velocity. Initial velocity is 0. Means that is a stationary position. Okay. And अगर समझना है तो दोबारा पूछ रहे हैं, ठीक है? If initial velocity is 0, okay, initial means starting that is 0, and now I have applied the force F or move it toward forward wise or horizontally. If I apply force in this direction, this will start to move in this direction. Okay, positive direction. So this will be, if this force is in direction, then the motion will be also in this direction. Okay, got it? जिस डायरेक्शन में फोर्स लगाओगे उसी तरफ मोशन होगी. सिंपल सी बात कर रहे हैं, बिल्कुल छोटे बच्चों वाली. And if I apply the force on upward, okay, then the motion will be yani V will be toward this, okay, and then V will be upward. So motion will be upward. Got it? If initial velocity is 0, if V naught is 0, then V will be upward if you are applying the force upward. It is not possible if something is at stationary state and I move it upward, it start to move forward. It is not possible. Yes? नहीं. अगर आपके पास एक मास स्टेशनरी हालत में खड़ा है, इसको मैं ऊपर की तरफ फोर्स लगाता हूं तो ये आगे की तरफ तो नहीं जा सकता, या जा सकता है? यही मैं बात कर रहा हूं, सिंपल सी बात. अगर मैं इसको आगे की तरफ फोर्स लगाता हूं तो ये आगे जाएगा या ऊपर जाएगा? ये मैं कह रहा हूं. ठीक है, जिस तरफ आप फोर्स लगाओगे इट विल मूव एट दैट डायरेक्शन. It is not possible if you apply the force on forward bias or horizontally, it will start move upward. It is not possible, and it is not possible in motion V upward, not possible. Okay, not possible. If force is along this x-axis, then velocity, upward velocity will be not possible. Okay, जब तक आप ऊपर की तरफ फोर्स. Similarly, if you apply this V will be not possible. Okay, not possible. Why it is not possible? If something is moving forward wise, if you are moving, if you are applying force forward wise, then it will move forward wise. If you apply the force upward, then it will start move upward. It is not possible कि आप फोर्स अपवर्ड लगाएं वो आगे चला जाए, या ये भी पॉसिबल नहीं है कि आप आगे की तरफ फोर्स लगाएं वो पीछे चला जाए. गॉट इट? ओके, but up till it is very clear, I think. Okay, so okay, now this is case 1. Okay, this is case A. You may say that this is figure 1. Okay, this is case A. This is case B. Yeah, this is case 1. This is case 2. Okay. Okay. The third possibility is that is the possibility for case A, force is along x-axis, horizontal line. For case 2, the force is along y-axis. But if I consider that case 3, you may say that these are along the z-axis, okay, but these are along the action of the line, along the motion, okay. But if you are interested sometime in childhood I think you play the small cars, toy cars, okay? Okay. बचपन में आप ऐसा करते थे, एक लेते थे ना कार और उसके साथ एक धागा सा बांध के आप यहाँ फोर्स लगा देते, ऐसा ही है। किधर को लगाते हैं? इधर है तो ऐसे खींचोगे ना ऊपर की तरफ, ऐसे नीचे से ऐसे तो नहीं खींच, खड़े होके, ठीक है। तो फोर्स की डायरेक्शन क्या होती थी, यानी यहाँ से रस्सी बांधी होती थी, इस तरफ खींचते थे, यानी आप ऐसे खींच के ऐसे लेके आते थे, ठीक है। सो दिस फोर्स इज मेकिंग एंगल theta with horizontal line. This is one. And motion will be V naught is 0 in this case also. I have considered that velocity is 0 initially. Okay? But when you apply the force, okay, the V will be towards this section. When you apply the force, the V will be along this direction. Okay, now this direction is not along this force. This is motion. Okay. Motion is not along velocity is not aligned with the force, because the force is making angle theta with velocity. That is the third case. In last two cases, the force was along the velocity. Okay. This was V was in this direction, and in case 1 the V was along the force, V was in the case 2 V was along the force. But in third case, force is not along the force or velocity. Force is not along the velocity, but making an angle theta. But in this case, this force will have two components. If V is in direction, for example, this has two components, that is Fx and that will be Fy, and that will be make angle 90. Okay, they will be have two. If I think the Fx is, let's suppose that is 2 Newton, Fy is 3 Newton, okay? Let's suppose, okay? आप अपनी मर्जी से कोई भी ले सकते हो, 5 ले लो, ठीक है? और okay, 3 Newton, okay? You have two components of force, and according to head and tail rule, F will be equal to the head is joining with the head and tail is joining with the first vector. So this will be a resultant. Why this is resultant? Because tail of this is joining with the tail of second vector is joining with the head of first vector. So these will be adding, and here head is joining with the head and tail is joining with the tail. So that means that F will be resultant, and that will be the component. Fx and Fy will be component. So this Fx and Fy have two components. Okay. If that has two components, then this will be F will be a result. And what will be the magnitude? Because we can only, this is angle, and we may find only the magnitude and the direction by finding the angle. Okay. So how we may find the F, the magnitude? I have already explained that is only one way, by taking the dot product. That will be dot product with F dot in the lecture of the column. Okay, and this will be a square. Okay, the square of the magnitude. Okay, and that will be fx fy dot fx plus fy. That will be f is equal to fx plus fy, fx square plus fy square plus 2fx dot fy. Okay, and we know that the angle between fx and fy is here in according to this picture. The angle between fx and fy is 90 and cos 90 is 0. Okay, so this will be a, this term will be a 0. ये इसके दरमियान एंगल 90 है ना, fx और fy के दरमियान ऑर्थोगोनल होते हैं ना, तो ये देखो ना fx स्क्वायर आ गया, fx को y से मल्टीप्लाई किया तो एक टर्म ये आ गई, फिर fy को fx से मल्टीप्लाई कर दूसरी टर्म आ गई, तो इनको दोनों को ऐड किया तो 2 आ गया, फिर fy स्क्वायर आ गया। जो ये इनके दरमियान एंगल fx एंड fy के दरमियान दैट इज 90 है, हमने कॉलम लॉ में भी पढ़ा था, ठीक है। तो बाद का ये 0 नहीं होता, अगर एंगल 0 नहीं है 90 नहीं है तो ये 0 नहीं होगा। सो ठीक है, तो यहाँ आपके पास ये क्या आ गया, fx स्क्वायर प्लस fy स्क्वायर। ओके, और f की मैग्नीट्यूड क्या आ गई, इसका स्क्वायर रूट, तो ये कितना आ गया 2 की पावर 2 fx 2 है, और ये क्या है 3 की पावर स्क्वायर, ये कितना आ गया 4 प्लस 9 कितना आ गया 30. So this will be magnitude of this force will be 13 Newton. Okay. Oh sorry, under root. Okay. ठीक है, around about 6 नहीं 3 anyway, मतलब this will be this will be a 13 square root 13 Newton. ठीक है, स्क्वायर इसका 2 4 ये आ जाएगा, ठीक है। ओके, ये साफ कर लो। So, according to this case, okay, this force has two components. If it is moving forward, y, this case will be exactly same this case will be exactly same if I apply, if I not apply the 13 Newton for square root, but if I apply only the fx, that is 2 Newton, if I apply only the fx, only the force along the x-axis, okay, and that will be if I apply the force 2 Newton in the same direction and in the direction of v, okay, v is moving this direction. This case is the same because in this case, this the role of this force will be a 0. That will be apply. That will be not apply any role. Okay, got it? If car is moving horizontally, the only the x component will be applied, and f y 3 Newton will not play any role. So इसका कोई रोल नहीं. Okay, got it?
Okay, sir.
This is case 3 कि अगर आप ये फोर्स ना भी लगाते, आप सिर्फ और सिर्फ 2 न्यूटन की फोर्स लगाते, ठीक है, तो ये केस अगर सिर्फ आप 2 न्यूटन की फोर्स लगाएं या ये एंगल पे 13 की, इसमें कोई फर्क नहीं है। This will be
Okay, sir.
okay. Got it?
Yes, sir.
समझ आ गई है? यानी अगर आप एक्स एक्सिस की अलार्म मूव कर रहे हैं तो सिर्फ इसका एक्स कंपोनेंट यूज होगा, वाई कंपोनेंट यूज नहीं होगा। समझ आ गई है? सिमिलरली, for example, this was the case about if V is moving along the horizontal, but if if this car is moving upward, ऊपर उठा ली, बल्कि कार नहीं है, मास है, ये ऊपर की तरफ जा रही है, yes, effects वाला यूज नहीं होगा। if car is moving upward, हम तो वैसे ज्यादातर आगे की तरफ लेके जाते हैं, लेकिन if car is lifting upward, case 4, okay, if car is moving, lifting upward, okay, its motion is upward, okay, if velocity is upward, then this will be same as Fy, 3 Newton force is moving, okay, that will be true if the force is if the mass is moving upward. Okay, got it? कोई मुश्किल? Okay. Yes. Fy will play role but Fx will not play any role for velocity if velocity is upward. What is the meaning of that? If we are interested to find the effect of one vector on another, we have to consider those components that will be along that vector. Yes? These examples show that only those, what is the result from these exercises? Please. What is the result? It means only those components will be affect or play a role which are along the other vector. It means only those components will play a role or affect which is along other vector. So only those vectors will be play a role which have effect on it, means which have along that. If that are not along, then they will not play any role. Okay. So only those components will play role or effect which is along other vector. So if So 1 minute, only 1 minute. Okay. So ये result ही लिखने दो. So if we are interested to find of one vector effect of one vector on another, so if we are interested to find effect of one vector on other, then we have to consider the component of first vector on other. Or what is the component? If this is A and this is a B, okay, what is the component? This is component of A, okay. If that is making angle 90, and this will be A cos theta, and this will be the along the B. That is the along the B, okay. If this is along the B. So you have to consider this will be play affective role. Okay, so it means if you find the B dot A, then that will be B cos theta, and this is the effective value of B along the cos theta. Okay, so that will be effective value of B along A. So that's mean the that will be defined, or a scalar product. Last time we was discussing about this. Okay, what is the dot product and what is the scalar product? Okay, and we have explained that what is the dot product? Dot product is actually not. It is not a multiplication. I again repeat it. Product. Dot product does not mean the multiplication, because vector can't be multiplied. Vector only the addition is defined on a vector. That's why in linear algebra we stated the vector of the quantity which obey the that must be closed under the addition, and they must make a Abelian group under addition. Why? Because only the addition is defined in a vector. Multiplication is not defined. Okay. Then if multiplication is not defined, then what is the scalar product, dot product, and what is the cross product? Is it multiplication? As I have already explained, it is not multiplication. What is this? This is physically actually the effect of one vector on other. Okay. So if you have two vectors, if this is A, if this is a B, and this is making angle theta. If you this is A and this is a B, okay. When you draw the projection, okay, this will be A cos theta, magnitude of A cos theta. And what is this? This is sorry, this is wrong. Okay. A cos theta. This is a projection. This, and I have already explained in the previous 3 exercises that effect of this vector will be along this axis. Okay. If something is moving along, if force is along x-axis, then the motion will be along x-axis. If the force is along y-axis, then the force will be along the y-axis. Yes. Do you remember? And if the force is making some angle, okay, then it will be have a 2 components. Okay, one will be fx, one will be fy. Okay, if the force is making any angle, okay, and if initial velocity is 0, then motion will be occurred along the किसके साथ होगी? No, जिस कंपोनेंट का असर ज्यादा बड़ा होगा, ठीक है. If if fx is greater than fy, okay, then we will be along x-axis, okay, as I have already explained, okay. And if fy is greater than fx, then we will along y-axis. Means your final velocity will be along the y-axis. Why it will be happen? Because the component motion will be along the component of that vector. Okay, and that will be play a effective role. Okay, so that's why whenever we are interested to find the work, that will be always because only the component will be this component will be play a role of the so effect of vector play a role. The motion will be always occurred with the which component is the large. Okay, so that's why this is the projection of A on B. Okay, got it? Similarly, if this is A and this is there, so this will be A dot B. This will be give you sorry, yahi rehne. So A dot B will be always equal to A dot B. That will be B dot A will be always equal to B magnitude A cos theta. The projection of A on B. Okay, as I have already explained. Okay. Similarly, for that case, the magnitude of magnitude and A cos theta is उसमें क्या था मैं दोबारा लिख zero. V naught initial velocity is 0. Similarly, if I consider that this is A, this is B, if I am interested to find the projection, this will be angle 90, then this will be a B cos theta, and this will be a projection. Okay, then this will be a projection. Okay. So A dot B will be equal to A magnitude B cos theta, and this is as according to figure, this is the length of the projection. Okay, effect of projection of B on A. So dot product is always a projection or effect of one vector, okay, on another. So if whenever you feel so if projection of one vector on B affect along component along, so if such kind of words you will observe in any statement or theorem. That means that is representing the dot product. Okay. If you find that projection, then it means the dot product. If you find the effect, then it means the dot product. If you find the along word, then it means the dot product. And if you find the component, then it means also the such kind of word represent the dot product. Okay. Now next question is example.
So ये क्वेश्चन है कि हम दो पार्ट को सिलेक्ट से लॉन्ग से कंपोनेंट्स
हाँ जी, ये जहाँ कहीं मैं अभी एग्जांपल दूंगा तो आपको ज़्यादा क्लियर हो जाएगा. जहाँ कहीं भी ये वर्ड यूज हो तो इसका मतलब है डॉट प्रोडक्ट है. ठीक है. एग्जांपल्स. वर्क क्या होता है? एनर्जी कंज्यूम्ड when a distance covered under the action of force. ठीक है. So energy consumed joule, as you know, the unit of work and energy is joule. Okay, so that's when distance covered. ठीक है. Distance, so work will be represent the distance. Distance represented by the, you may say that delta L. Okay, when the distance covered. Now the under the action. अच्छा, ये under the action. This is also a word, under the action. Under the action is actually the, this is word is the actually the dot, and this is the force. Okay, clear? So energy consumed when a distance covered under the action of force is defined. This under the action is actually representing the dot. Okay, have you got? Okay, so similarly, according to Gauss's theorem, Ampere law. What is the Ampere law? Example. What is the Ampere law? Yes, Ampere law. What is the statement of Ampere law? Total magnetic field along a line, closed line, is always equal to mu naught times current enclosed. Okay. Okay. What is the total? Total always for discrete that will be representing by the summation. Okay. For continuous that will be representing for the integration. Okay. The total word will be this total word will be representing by this. Okay. Magnetic field will be representing by B. Along, I have already. Along word is, along mean dot. Okay. So this along mean dot. Okay. closed path, closed line delta L equal to this equal is always equal to mu naught will be represented by mu naught times means what is the meaning of times हम कहते हैं I buy these things 2 times mean 2 दफा लिया 2 times mean multiplication 3 times if you buy some things up 3 times 4 times 6 times 7 times 10 times mean the multiplication. If you have some things 3 times, then it means 3 multiply. If 2 things have 3 times, then 3 multiplied by 2 means 6. Okay. So times mean multiplication. So this times mean multiplication. Okay. Simple multiplication, not a cross product. Okay. Multiplication and the current enclosed. Okay. Total enclosed current. Okay, so that means whenever such kind of words along effect, projection, component, then that will be defined as the dot. Okay, and this was for discrete. Okay? This was for mu naught. Okay. Yes. Yeah, for discrete. Yes. For continuous, what will be the continuous? Continuous means the summation will be replaced with the integration. Okay. So close line का मतलब this means close. Okay. The path must be closed. B is magnetic field. Dot is along. Delta is line equal to mu naught time total current. Okay. Total current. Here will be. So this means whenever you take a dot, that means and we consider as total current. So this is total current enclosed. Okay. Okay. D dot delta L.
But this statement of power loss and जो B है ना B vector इसके ऊपर मैंने पावर के एरो है
Vector. Flux. Similarly, what is the flux? What is the flux?
Flux.
Yes.
Vector is part of the.
Yes. और फ्लूइड क्या होगा? वेक्टर, टोटल वेक्टर और फ्लूइड passing through any surface is defined as flux of that vector passing through that surface. So this is a flux. Okay. What is the flux? Flux is the vector passing through. Okay. So total or discrete, total is or discrete total is summation I equal to 1 to n integration, and this mean close. Close integration. This is anti-clockwise close. ठीक है. and if that is clockwise, then that will be a close clockwise. But for timing, that is actual topic is the dot product, not a. ठीक है, एम्पेयर लॉ हम पढ़ेंगे आगे. ठीक है, देखिए. For discrete, I equal to 1 to n, that is total. Vector V or fluid, okay, passing through this word, passing through, okay. हाँ जी, vector को, ठीक है. Flux is representing by the phi V, okay, जिस जो भी flux है, ठीक है. Flux is representing by the phi, total is summation, vector is V, passing through word is represent the dot, okay, that is the dot, and surface area को कहते हैं. Surface physical in physics surface mean area, vector area, okay, and area is always a vector quantity. So we usually represent with the S, surface. Some books represent by A. ठीक है, if you are familiar with A, you may write A. ठीक है, but I usually represent the surface with the or area represent by the S. Okay, that is the definition of. So delta SI. Okay. Okay, you may write VI delta I dot. Fluid will be treated, mean जब कोई चीज fluid का मतलब बहने वाली कोई चीज, ठीक है. So that may be a field, electric field, that may be a gravitational field, whatever. That may be a magnetic field, that may be some water is, okay. There may be any type of fluid or okay. There may be a fluid, there may be a vector, okay. So that is the definition of flux, okay. And for continuous, as I have explained for the Ampere law, what will be happen for continuous? For continuous, this summation will be changed into integration. So flux F phi B will be equal to A to sorry, this is surface area, okay. S1 we usually don't need V and S2. मतलब मैं V is a vector, velocity, any vector. F is any surface, okay. Okay. Similarly, if we replace with this, then this will be a V that, and that will be a ds. Now I will be replaced with the ds. Why this will be replaced, I will explain it later, okay. Got it? Here I should write sorry, this is wrong. Derivative always represented by dt, not. Here is, and this is I, the summation on I, but here is known this because integration, okay. Similarly, here is a summation on a surface, but here is integration. Integration will be representing by this. Why there is no indices on this, I will explain it now, okay. This is, and this is actually, the surface integral is a double integral. Why this is, I explain it, okay. That will be a V dot delta alpha cross delta beta. Alpha naught to alpha beta naught to beta. And this area, this will be this will be alpha naught from initial S1 to S. या आप इस तरह भी लिख सकते हो, अगर इस तरह ना लिखना चाहें तो S naught to S कर लें, ठीक है, जैसे इस तरह से, ठीक है, आप इस तरह भी लिख सकते हैं, ओके. Clear हो गया? It is all about the dot product. Okay. Now what is about the cross product? What is the cross product? Cross product गलत हो जाए. Cross product are in other some says that vector. But what is the actually what physically what is the meaning of that? Cross product mean the area of parallelogram. Whenever you are interested to find the area, you have to take the. Whenever you have to find the effect, then you will take the dot product. Whenever you are interested to find the area, then you have to find the cross product. So cross product is actually the area. Area is defined as surface. In physics we write it. Surface of parallelogram. Okay, you know what is the parallelogram. I think I don't need to explain what is the parallelogram. So cross product is actually the area of parallelogram. Okay. So why this is the area of parallelogram? You know that this is like parallelogram. Okay, it has two lengths. Let's suppose this is alpha and this is beta. This side had two lengths. Okay. If you don't want to write as alpha beta, you may write as A and B. This vector is A and this is a vector is a B. Okay. Yes, this vector is A vector and this vector is B vector. This is A vector and this is a B vector. Okay. If you have a two vectors, what is the area of parallelogram? Area of parallelogram. What is the area of parallelogram? Area of parallelogram is always magnitude of length of one side. Area always equal to length of one side and perpendicular. Yes? And perpendicular. If I say that this is H, if perpendicular is H, then I will write in this way. Okay? This is perpendicular, H. What is the value of H? I have already explained that the projection is defined as B cos theta and perpendicular will be defined as B sin theta. Okay? And magnitude of B sin theta. So this will be A B sin theta. Okay, and this will be A cross B magnitude. Okay. Okay. Okay, so this is, if we vector area, area parallelogram is always in SSC, the magnitude of A, ठीक है, length of this, ठीक है, horizontal line, length of horizontal line and perpendicular, ठीक है, H is equal to B sin theta, so this is B sin, and this is defined as A cross B की magnitude. Because there I have not yes. So area of vector area. So this was the magnitude of area. Okay. Okay. If we multiply magnitude with direction, so this will be, so the cross product of two sides will be representing the area of that side. Okay. Now, no, not area of any parallelogram. That is not general area. So, how we may find the area of any surface? This is not for the any type of shape of the surfaces. Okay. This is for the parallelogram, the regular shape. But if you have general shape, that is irregular shape, but continuous shape, ये एरिया पैरेललोग्राम, ठीक है, दिस इज एरिया पैरेललोग्राम. ये हाँ जी. अब एरिया सरफेस कैसे आएगा? How we may find the area of any surface? Agar if we are interested to find the area of any surface, then how we may find? Surface may be like any shape, like this. Surface may be any shape. Okay, so this is not a parallelogram. How we may find the surface? We will divide it into the small patches. Okay, because this is not a parallelogram. We have to divide it into the small patches. Okay. Okay. They are different. This will be defined as S1. This will be defined as SO. This will be SI. This will be a SN. There are many surfaces. Okay. So total area will be equal to S will be because we have divided it into the small patches. That will be S1, S2, S3. S4 Si plus Sn. Okay, and if you add all these, as we have already proved, the area is a vector quantity, so that will be treated as a vector, and this will be right as sum of L equal to 1 to N, yeah, M SL. Mean you are something L equal to 1 to N. Okay. Okay, this is the area. Okay, all these surfaces are. Why I am using these all S1, S2, Si, S3, S4, S5, all S, the shape are different. This shape is different, this shape is different, this shape is different, this shape is different. This all S mean Si is not equal to Sj. Mean all S has a different shape. And these are not a vectors. These are not making a parallelogram. क्योंकि all and these are these are vectors, ठीक है, but vector की अभी मैं बताता हूँ ये सेंस और कैसे बनती है, ये बाद में बनती है, ठीक है. All these areas, these are the surface, okay, and these are the not a parallelogram. एंड दीज आर, आपके लिए इतना ही जरूरी है, और दीज आर नॉट दी सेम. इसका एरिया हो रहा है, 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 एंड ऑल दीज आर नॉट surface of parallelogram. So there are two things. Number one, they are not identical. One is not identical. You must note it. Okay? The one is that are not identical. The second is they are not a parallelogram. Okay. If they are not a parallelogram, okay, we have formula about only the parallelogram. We have no formula related to not parallelogram. We have to convert. But if we localize it, mean delta S, so this is the delta. Okay, I must write these are the delta. Okay, sorry. Because these are the small patches, that's why I am using the delta. Okay. If I localize, mean delta Si approach to 0. 0 mean ds. If it is become a so small that approach to 0, then all curve, then because all the size is 0, then all curved lines will become a localized straight line. अब बहुत approach to 0 part ले तो वो straight line की तरह behave करता है. So as this delta Si approach to 0, this will be changed into derivative. Means I have already explained that will be changed into the ds. And indices will be removed. Why indices will be removed? Because they are identical. So we have it is not necessary to mention any indices to differentiate them because they are the same. They are identical. Okay, Mariam. Okay. In the summation form, they are not identical. That's why I have used the I. When we localize, in this case, that are not identical because different shapes are different. But when that approach to 0, then they become identical because they are all infinitesimal small. Okay, and one thing is they are identical, so this will be removed. Okay, and other they are will be a same. Okay, and third thing they will be all curved line will be all curved line will become straight line, and summation n will be a number of patches and number of patches. How many number of patches? If the length of every patches is infinitesimal small, then total number of patches will be infinity because you have divided. So total number of patches, that was the n. I have mentioned that is n. Okay. So number of patches n will be approached to infinity, and this continuous sum is defined as the integration. So this sum continues I equal to 1 to n, that become infinity. That will be equal to the s naught to s. Okay. So now the equation will become delta s naught to s ds, and this ds, and these are because our curve line are the straight, and these curve the small surfaces will become a parallelogram. Okay. So because at small level, at infinitesimal small level, at localization, it will be act like a parallelogram. So this will be equal to, if I say that the length of area,
Group for integration of done.
S naught to S. ये तो मैं summation is equal to integration बस. So this will become if delta alpha is one length, delta alpha 2 is second length, so S naught to S. And because there is a 2 integration, alpha is one length, there are two sides of length. Okay? Alpha is one length and one side, and beta is second side. Okay, so this will be equal to this, and we may write alpha naught to alpha and beta naught to beta, and that will be a d alpha cross d beta. So this will be the area, vector area of any circle. So you may find the area of any circle. Okay. So in this way, that's why the flux for continuous
सर उसमें जब आपने क्लियर किया तो जीरो की कोई बियर से की बात है हमने जीरो की वाली लिमिट को लिया और उसमें
उसकी साइड जीरो अप्रोच हो गई. ठीक है, हाँ आइडेंटिकल हो गई, एक से आइडेंटिकल हो गई, अप्रोच टू जीरो होने की वजह से वो स्ट्रेट लाइन बन गई, और जो आपकी सरफेसेस है दैट विल बी ऑल बिकम अ पैरेललोग्राम. ओके, एंड फार्मूला ऑफ पैरेललोग्राम इज क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट. ओके, सो फ्लक्स, so flux passing through any continuous surface will be equal to I have used that formula. ठीक है, okay. This is defined as surface integration. This is defined as, यहाँ लिख भी लो इसको, maybe this is also defined as double integration is defined as a surface integration. Okay, so this will be this is the definition of flux. Okay, in the case of electric flux, what will be happen? Simply we will be replaced with the so generally electric flux will be, so electric flux will be phi E, we will be replaced with the E. Okay, so for discrete we will be replacing and yes. Okay, that will be electric flux. Okay, and for magnetic flux, this is for quantity, okay, that for quantity, for so this will be defined as a flux, okay. आज के लिए इतना ही.